with Custom Comfy Crochet, and we are here today. We're going to learn how to do this a great mosaic granny square. It is a big granny square, which I love, and the colors in it make it look just beautiful. I have some other ones made up here to give you an idea of what it looks like. But it's just all this really light colors in the middle, and then just going out light and dark and getting darker as the ends just really makes it pop and beautiful. I'm using greens, but you can use any colors you want. But if you want this mosaic type feel to this, you definitely want to go light, dark. You know, you just want to get darker as you're going out. So you can use, like I said, any colors. You can use blues, you can use pinks, you can use reds, you can make it Christmassy, you can make it woodsy. I'm making this for a male, so I wanted it to look a little masculine, so I'm using the greens. But really and honestly, it's so pretty. I love it. I would use it. So anyways, it's just a way of, it's like painting. I paint, and you're layering colors to make this. So I'm starting off with a white, and then I'm going to a lighter green, and then a light green, a darker, and then darker. So you just want to make sure that you do that with your colors. So if you're using blue, you would want to use white in the center, or a very pale blue, and then just make it a little bit darker as you go out. You will need 4 colors. We are using a 5.75 or a J, or a 5.75 millimeter hook. You will need a pair of scissors, and for today we're not going to use a darning needle. I'm going to show you how to work in your ends with just your hook. I've done that a long time ago, but all the time I'm using that darning needle, and I just want to show you that you don't always need it, especially when you're doing blankets and stuff. When you're doing origami, you definitely need that needle, but for stuff like this, you don't. So, but you can still use it if you want to. Another thing I want to tell you real quick, and this is mainly for my Facebook watchers, I am doing Facebook Live right now. So if you're on YouTube and you see this, because I am going to download it on YouTube later, you might hear me talking to people and whatnot. I am not talking to myself. I am talking to people on Facebook Live. I always try to clear that up a little bit. So, but yeah, so for my Facebook users, I am doing a giveaway specifically for Facebook. I will be doing another YouTube giveaway as well. But for right now, it's just going to be for Facebook. I'm going to be doing that next week, and that is for the unicorn beanie hat that I've shown previously, and it is actually my profile picture for my page on Facebook if you want to know what it looks like. But that's what we're giving away. So please like and share this video. That's all you have to do. Comment below that you did that, and I'll check it out, make sure you did those things, and you'll be entered to win for that giveaway. So share and like away. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need 4 colors, like I said before. The colors I'm using, I actually have decided to finally try some Hobby Lobby yarn. I thought about making this one of those, I tried Hobby Lobby yarn videos, but there's just so many of them, so I said forget it. But I'm just going to let you know anyway. Whoa, what great yarn. It is just excellent. There is always a coupon. I am thoroughly impressed with Hobby Lobby's yarn. They make their own yarn. I think they do have a few in there, but mainly it's just their own stuff. I think it's called something B. I'm sorry, I never keep the things on them. But anyways, this is from Hobby Lobby. It's like a dark green. And this is like their version of what I could see of like Red Heart. But to be honest, and sorry Red Heart, Hobby Lobby's yarn is softer. It is a tiny bit more expensive, but with all the coupons that you can get and with their deals, like every time I go in there, it's like 25% off, 50% off. You're going to pay mainly the same price. So anyways, this is just kind of like a lighter green, and it is Hobby Lobby. And then I got a variegated yarn. This has all kinds of different color greens in it. I think in the beginning it looks more like this color. It has some little dots of white because it is variegated, and some yellow. But then that's my lighter color. And then I've got just mainstays from Walmart in white. So as you can see, those colors are just going, you know, light, dark, and then very dark. Okay. So that's what I'm using. And I'll stop running my mouth because I know people hate that. and we'll start crocheting. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is you're going, and I'm moving my camera, sorry guys, is we're going to make a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to slip stitch in the first chain from the hook. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorry. We're going to start over again. Let's just poof, pretend I did nothing. I'm so used to starting that way. But you're going to do a slip knot. You are actually going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But you're going to double crochet into the first chain from the hook, okay? So you're going to do 1 double crochet. Then you're going to do another double crochet. Okay? And then that chain of 4 there actually ends up being one of our first double crochets. So then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to do 3 more double crochets into the same spot here. Or 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Then you're going to chain 2 again. 1, 2. And then you're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then chain 2. And you can tighten this up as you go if you need to a little bit. And then we're going to do our last set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Then you're going to tighten this up, because it works kind of like a magic circle when we're doing it that way. And then don't forget to chain your last 2. 1, 2. And then you're going to slip stitch into the top of our first chain of 3, right there in the very top. Okay? And now we've got the beginning of our granny square. How easy, how cool. A lot of you probably already know how to do that. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to get back over to this corner right here, and the way that we're going to do that is we're going to slip stitch. We're already right here on the top of this 3, so we're going to go into our next available stitch, and we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to slip stitch finally into this corner right here. Okay, and now we're going to work into that corner. The one thing I love about this in particular granny square is that it can be so loose. I crochet so loose with this. I do a lot of origami, I do a lot of hats, I do a lot of different scarves and things, and you really need to keep your, not so much for scarves, but definitely for origami, you need to, or amigurumi, I never say that right, you really need to keep your work tight, you need to use smaller hooks, so it's just such a pleasure to be able to just loosely and very comfortably crochet and kind of not have to think about it. This is a really easy pattern once you get going, so that's what makes it so fun. Okay, so now we're in the corner, and we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to double crochet 2 more double crochets. 1 and 2. And then we're going to chain 2. And then do 3 more double crochets in this corner. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and that is going to be our repeat pattern for all along. Okay, now we are on our second round right now. There's going to be 8 rounds. So this was our first round, and now we're working on the second. In between all of these, from now on, there is going to be 1 single crochet. So I'm going to single crochet 1, and then I'm going to go to my next corner. And I'm again going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and then again double crochet 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then again, don't forget to chain 1, go to your next corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And then chain 1 again. Go to our next and final corner, double crochet 3, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then don't forget that last chain 1 there. And then you're going to go into the top of our chain 3, the first one that we did. Okay? And this completes our round 2. And it looks just like a normal, you know, little granny square. But next we're going to start the fun stuff, and we're going to change colors, okay? Now this is what I do. All right, first of all, I work in my yarn as I go. It makes it easier for me when I'm done. I'm going to be making a lot of these to make a blanket, so this is what works best for me. You can do it any way you want to. But I'm going to slip stitch into my next 2, getting over to my corner. Then I'm going to go right into my corner and slip stitch again. Then leaving enough yarn to tie in, so maybe about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches. I'm going to tie off, and I'm going to get ready to bring in my other color. Now I know I'm working lightest to darkest, so I'm going to go to my next lightest color here, okay? So we're going to be working with this variegated yarn here. And it's not working from the middle, so hopefully it won't give us too much trouble. Okay, so now we're going to work in our other color, and the way I do that is I'm simply going to go right into this corner here. I'm going to pull in my yarn. I'm going to leave a little bit there to work in. Okay. And now I'm going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to take both of these strands and I'm going to pull them over, and I'm going to work over them in my corner. Okay. This is just a way to tie them in. So now I'm going to do 2 more double crochets just like I've been doing in the corner. 1 and 2. Then I'm going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets, working over my scraggly bits. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and as you can see there, I worked over those. Now, most people would never stop what they're doing to do this, but I do it because I just cannot stand at the end to have a ton of tails to work in. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you how to work these in the back, and we can get them out of our way using the hook. Okay, so what I like to do is the same rule with the hook as it is with the needle. It's 3 times and you're done. So I'm just simply going through my yarn with my hook. So there's 1. Then I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to go through some yarn over here, pull it in that way. There's 2, and then I'm going to go down here. And this is just making sure that our yarn never comes undone. So that's 3, and I think I've worked that in enough. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work in this piece right here too. Okay, and I'm just taking it and I'm working it through the green yarn with my hook, just going all kinds of different ways, making sure that that never comes undone. And I've worked it in to this piece here. Okay, so now I can go ahead and cut that off, and I've done it while I'm working and it's out of my way. Okay, so that's just how you're going to do that if you want to. If you don't, you can wait till the end and use your needle, or you can use your hook, either way, and work them in then. Okay, so we've got our corner done now. We've got our 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then remember, we're going to chain 1 in between, and then we're going to skip this set of 3 double crochets here, and we're going to go into our chain 1 here, and we're going to work a double crochet. Now what we're going to do is work a front post treble crochet into our first round. Okay, that sounds mighty confusing, but it's really not. Just watch me, okay? So we're going to go around our hook twice. This is for a treble. If you have trouble with trebles, I have a whole video of those on Facebook, on YouTube. Check it out, okay? But you go around your hook twice, and you're going to go down to this first round here in the middle of those three, right around that post. And you're going to pull up, and you're going to pull up quite a bit, okay? This is really important here. You want to leave this very roomy. If not, it'll pull on the middle of this, okay? So it looks like I've got about an inch there. So I'm going to go through 2, go through 2, and go through 2. Okay? You see? That's what it looks like. And then we're going to do one more double crochet. I'm going to do that several more times for you guys, but that's how you do it. So then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go right over here into our other corner. And we're going to work 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, then chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. And then chain 1 again. We're going to skip this 3, and then we're going to go right into this chain 1 space right here. We're going to do a double crochet. Then we're going to work a front post treble into our first round, just like we did before. So I'm going to try to get a little bit closer here. The camera will focus. So I'm going to go around my hook twice for a treble. I'm going to go down in the middle here of my 3 double crochets. I'm going to go in the middle one. I'm going to go around the back here. I'm going to pull my yarn through. I'm going to pull it up so there's about an inch. Then I'm going to go through my first 2, my next 2, and my next 2. Okay, just like that. Making sure that we leave this very loose so it does not pull on our center. Okay. Then we're going to go right back into that same chain 1 space and do another double crochet. Then we're going to chain 1 and go back into our corner and do 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Chain 1 again, skip these 3 right here, go into our next chain 1 space, work a double crochet, and then our treble, go around our hook twice, go down to our first round here right in the middle of those 3 double crochets, work a front post treble, pull it up, give it about an inch, go through the first 2, second 2, third 2. Now you're going to work a double crochet back into that same spot. Then you're going to chain 1, and we're going to go work our other corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. And that's what it looks like so far. Now we're going to do that again. We're going to skip these 3 double crochets, go right in here into our chain 1 space. We're going to remember to chain 1. I almost forgot. We're going to work a double crochet. And then we're going to do our front post treble. So we're going to go around our hook twice. We're going to go down here to round 1. Go around that post there. Pull up our yarn, pull up about an inch, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then do another double crochet. Then chain 1, And then we're going to slip stitch into our third chain of our first chain 3 here. And now we finished round 3. And that's what it looks like. Now it's going to take a couple rounds before you start noticing this beautiful ripple pattern, but we're going to do that together because I really want you to see it. It's so pretty. Hi guys, people are saying hi to me. Hi, how are you doing today? Okay, so now that we've done this, okay, just to let you know, of every round there's going to be 2 of each color. So we did 2 of white. Now we're going to do 2 of this light green, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch over to my corner. 1, 2 slip stitches. And then I'm going to slip stitch right into my corner there, so I can be working right into it. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And do 2 more double crochets. Chain 2. And then 3 double crochets. And that again is our repeat. We're going to do that in every corner for here on out. Okay. So now we're going to skip these 3. And y'all are going to start seeing the pattern come together. Okay, so just like before, we're going to skip these first 3 and we're going to work into our chain 1 space. We're going to chain 1. We're going to go into this space here. We're going to do a double crochet. And again, you're going to be working that front post treble crochet. So we're going to go around our hook twice. We're going to go down into the middle here. We're going to pull up about 1 inch. Don't forget to do that. We're going to go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and another double crochet. Okay, chain 1 again. We're going to skip these next 3, and we're going to go in to this next chain 1, do a double crochet, do our treble, wrap around the hook twice, go down here in the middle, pull up, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and another double crochet. Okay, now we're back at our corner. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into our corner and do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And I'm going to start working that a little quickly so the video isn't like 5 hours long. And again, what's so great about this is you can just work so loose. Of course, you can make it tight if you want to, or if you're a tight crocheter, some people are, that's fine. But I just love just working so loose sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1 again. We're going to skip this first chain, 3 double crochets. We're going to work into our chain 1 space. So we're going to go right in there, do a double crochet, do our treble. Remember to pull up that yarn, guys, about 1 inch. Go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and another double crochet. I'm doing great. I had a fall when we had the big snow here in Tennessee. I tried to get into my big SUV. We have a really big Ford Expedition, and it has a running board, and it had high ice on it. And yeah, I fell out and tore my MCL. So that was not fun. So I missed a bunch of Christmas videos. I only got to do my snowman, which was very sad, but that's okay. There's always next year, and Valentine's Day is coming, so I have some great things in store. Okay, so yeah, what did we do here? Let me make sure I started running my mouth. Okay, we did our other double crochet. Okay, so we did our treble. Now we're going to do another double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to skip these 3 here and go into our next space. So we're going to do a double crochet. Oh, I'm so sorry. Then we're going to do our treble. And we're going to go right down here into the middle. Pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then work our double crochet. That's what it looks like so far. And now we've come back up onto our corner, And we are going to chain 1, work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And 3 more double crochets. Okay. And now again, we're going to skip these 3 right here, and we're going to go into our next chain 1 spot there. We're going to do a double crochet. I think I forgot to do my chain 1. I do that all the time. You guys don't forget it. Okay, I had to go back and do my chain 1 there, and then I'm going to go back to my space here and do a double crochet, do my treble, my front post treble here, pull up, chain 1, skip these 3, go to my next, double crochet, do our front post treble, pull up, and do another double crochet in that same spot, chain 1. We're back at our corner again, so we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to be working again into that chain 1 space. So we're going to skip these 3 and go into the next one. Work a double crochet and then work our treble. And another double crochet. Okay, chain 1, skip the next 3 and go into this next chain 1 space, work a double crochet, then we're going to work our treble, our front post treble. We're going to go down, pull up, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, then another double crochet in that same spot, chain 1, and now we're at the end, so we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain up of our first chain of 3 here. Okay, and that's all that we're going to do for that color. That's what it looks like so far. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is, like I told you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch. You could just tie off right there, and you could just tie off right there and work in your yarn, but I'm going to slip stitch over to my corner, right over into that corner. I'm going to leave a little bit to work in my yarn. I'm going to tie it up there, and then I'm going to pull in my next color. And my next color is going to be my next darkest color, and so that's this color right here. Okay, so then I'm going to, tons of yarn on my desk. There's yarn everywhere. Okay, so we're going to pull in this green color. We're going to do just like we did before. We're going to pull this in and work them both under as we go, just to give us some added security. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain up 3. And we're in our corner, so we're going to be doing what we've been doing for all of our corners. And I'm going to be working these 2 pieces right under there, like I said, just for some added security. So we're going to do our 3 double crochets. 1, we already have our 1 there, which was our chain 3. So there's 2, and there's 3, then chain 2, and 3 more double crochet. And again, I'm just working over our little scraggly pieces. Okay. what I'm going to do is, normally I would work these in as I go, like I showed you how just a little bit ago with my hook, but I'm just going to move them out of the way for the sake of the video right now so we can just keep moseying on here, okay? So now what we're going to do is, just like we've been doing, we're going to chain one. We're going to skip these first 3 double crochets here, and we're going to work into our next chain one space. We're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to do a treble front post in this round right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be working a front post treble into our 3rd round, okay? So I'm going to wrap around my hook twice. I'm going to go down into the middle of this group of chain double crochets, and I'm going to pull up my yarn just like this, leaving about an inch. Remember, we're making this treble very loose so it doesn't pull on the center. Go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Okay, and then another double crochet in that same spot, just like that. Okay, then we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip these next 3 right here, and we're going to go into our next spot, our chain 1 place. So we're going to do a double crochet. Now this is the first time in this that you're going to be working around a previous treble, but that is what happens. I'm sorry, right here. That is what happens when you're doing this, and that's normal. Just keep skipping the 3 and just know that you're doing it right. Okay, so we're going to do our treble now. We're going to wrap around our hook twice, and now we're going to go around this right here. Okay, we're going to pull up our yarn again, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Then we're going to do a double crochet back into that same spot. Chain 1, skip our next 3, and go into our next chain 1 space. Do a double crochet, not a single like I just did, but a double. So do a double crochet. Then we're going to do our front post treble, right down into this previous round here. Pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and another double crochet. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do our corner, which again is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And I'm just going to work that kind of quickly, because we've already been over that, and I know you guys know how to do that. In case you don't, I do have a beginner video to show you how to do all these wonderful stitches. Okay, so again, we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip these 3 right here. We're going to go into our next chain 1 spot. We're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to wrap around our hook twice for our treble front post. We're going to go down into the previous round. We're going to work around that middle double crochet. We're going to pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and do another double crochet in that same chain 1 space. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into our next chain 1 space, skipping these 3 right here. So we're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to work our treble. This time we're going into a previous treble. We're going to pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. And then do another double crochet in that same spot. And then chain 1, skip these 3 right here, work into our next chain 1 spot, do a double crochet, a front post treble, and another double crochet in that same spot. Chain 1, and now we're at our other corner. So we're going to do just like we've been doing before, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and this is what it looks like so far. As you can see, you're starting to see your pattern start to show up. You're starting to see the light and the dark. Okay, so we're just going to go around this one last time so I know that you know how to do it. The pattern is going to stay the same all the way through till the end. Okay, and I'm sorry my camera is moving around a little bit here. So we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip these 3 and go to our next chain 1 space. We're going to do a double crochet and then our front post treble. So we're going to be working down into the round before. Make sure you pull up, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then do another double crochet. Chain 1, skip these next 3, and do another double crochet, and then we're going to work our treble again. Wrap around your hook twice, work into the treble below in this in particular spot, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then work another double crochet. Chain 1, skip these next 3. This is getting very repetitive. Go into our next chain 1 space, do a double crochet, do our front post treble, wrap around your hook twice, go down to the round before, work around that double crochet, pulling your yarn up to about 1 inch, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Sorry guys, my camera is going whoop-de-doo. There we go, I think that's a little better. And then we're going to work a double crochet into that same spot, just like we've been doing. Then we're going to chain 1, and now we're at our corner again. And as you know, we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Just like that. Okay, now we're just going to finish this last little bit here. So we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip the next 3, go into our next chain 1 space, work a double crochet, then we're going to work our treble, going around our hook twice, going into the previous round, around that middle of those 3 double crochets, pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then do another double crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, skip this next 3 right here, go into our next chain 1 space, work a double crochet, do our treble front post, pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and do another double crochet, chain 1, skip these 3, go into our next chain 1 space, do a double crochet, a treble front post, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, another double crochet, chain 1, and we're at our next corner. We're going to slip stitch into the top of our chain of 3 here. And now we are done with, that is round 6. So you're going to do 2 more rounds because there's 8 rounds in this. So I think I went over that sufficiently. So now what you're going to do is you're going to tie in your darkest color. You're going to work it in just like I told you before, and you're going to keep doing the exact same thing all the way around. So you would simply go to this corner, do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, then skip those, then go to the next, then go to the next, just like we've been doing all the way around. If you need to rewind, you can, but it's simply the same thing. And then after you finish the next 2 rows, okay, then you will be done with this granny square. Unless you wanted to keep going, you could keep going and going and going and going, and make a huge blanket. But to do that, you would need a bunch of different darker colors. And if you can find that, you can, or you could just do more of these colors to make this a bigger blanket. So you could do, you know, like so many rounds of the white and so many rounds of this really pale green, and then so many rounds of this to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So I hope that makes sense. This is what it looks like when it's all done. This is how much you've worked so far. So these last 2 rounds will make it quite a bit bigger. Also, I did, like I was saying before, crochet very loosely. I think I may have even crocheted a little bit tighter in the video, but just because, I don't know, because I'm looking in the camera. But anyways, this is what it'll look like when you're finished, and it's just such a beautiful granny square. These front post treble crochets really make it beautiful. But at any rate, yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you read the description for this video, you saw that I'm doing a giveaway specifically for my Facebook followers. And I will be also doing another one for YouTube subscribers as well. But I wanted to focus this time on my Facebook watchers. You guys are so loyal, and I love you all so much. And so I am going to be giving away a unicorn beanie, another unicorn beanie. And that'll be next week. So please, to be entered, all you have to do is like and share this video. That's it. Comment below that you did those 2 things, that you liked and shared. And that's all you have to do to be entered. And since it is Facebook and there's not so many people, you have a better chance of winning. So how awesome is that? Now I'm going to be coming back either this evening or not tomorrow, but maybe the next day. And we're going to start on some Valentine tutorials. I'm going to be using some crochet thread and a really small hook, and I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful lacy placemat, Valentine placemat. If you love to decorate like I do, or even if you just want to know how to make a beautiful little placemat for your table or for your living room table, whatever, it's just really beautiful. So I'm either going to come back in a bit and do that, or I'm either going to come back the day after tomorrow. So please keep a lookout for that. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.